This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Okay.
Richmond from Pon, Memo channel pay. Now I'm to say. The nobody I see. I don't pay a friend. You're out to forcing. Eddie minority, a woman, I should be your film, a dom kumanim, a year. As a cheerful share Muna, or they to just say. Say, Bosumi Bear do not cheer.
This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Okay.
Richmond from Pon, Memo channel pay. Now I'm to say. The nobody I see. I don't pay a friend. You're out to forcing. Eddie minority, a woman, I should be your film, a dom kumanim, a year. As a cheerful share Muna, or they to just say. Say, Bosumi Bear do not cheer die anyway. Say, I buy the cost of Bobosia, Ghana, yeah, Bosiano, yet to me to you. Or my recommend is say, Ghana, encore Hipic, encore back to IMF. Na, Amemono and Koye. Or more, I can send baby, or much say, Ghana, yeah, debt stock is 332 billion. 76% of GDP. Debt to GDP rate 76.1. Afeu shemwa nanado danko Akuoko Kwarteng de 180 billion. And aka ye sika no ho ntino. E kire se amemo no enkoye. Wada ma wo ye obi a eba sikasem totoye wo amemo ho a ye friend economy no a udi mu akotene. Ni omo kan sa na tie ye betima ka se omo mismanagement enama ene Ghana ho kiraba ana COVID ni impact no so ka ho ayentumi nyimfrim wada roma boy
yo me chetie for mintie de yera to force ne yenuanom aka no but me tie de o kan asia basically no almost say because of your debt position e kai de ntino.
That's right.
Any amemo na enko sene o se konintino ama ahochre aba na se ekoso asa ebia ye kai the client mintua sana opeso ochre.
That's right. That's
okay,
exactly
the question is sana tia na se nye sana tia. Is that your question?
That's right. No ana me busa.
Yes, simple. Me answer almost mo kan. Na brebia na me ka say so person who be your mind here kwa ya mawaso eno nti ase endi yakon hu mesika ho enkita ho di asem because utie budget abra sometime last year any early part of this year finance minister edi esika sem eco parliament ne anyoma no akruchire agu paper so say ni esika sem kwa enisa baby edu ne no ehonwa in terms of your debt position and I kai there.
Okay.
Enti I had to say also ko tamale. So when you decide to say ko tamale I was expect to say ubefa abia sunyane na wako ana techima. Enti say unim say ko tamale na ko pie techima. Ni say onwa because also ko tamale into whatever the case ubefa techima. Now, me try no mu in sikasama ye kan. Yes, on no afia e wo mi no. Ye sika ye pesi di 113 billion. Then so sika ye ankasa ye betimi through tax any ade ye betimi generate 72.4 billion. I mean, say unim economics and I say impo unya politician impo. Na say ye ka say baby aye koni ye pesi di 113 but ye sika e betimi okura no 72. From that word go no also who say between 113 and 72.4 no
41
enya magic sa 41 no ye kosro ye ba forma or say ye call bobosia any other reasons can enti sa afene ko nani no sa wote say ya bobosia we ajisika we ya eni say onwa in fact between now ekosi December Ubonza finance minister beba parliament or be review no there will still be a component of data Bosnia by Debo. Now Bosnia ebi ono mo a loan from development agencies. No, ebiso honumpa a local debt, a deferred treasury bills, any bonds near the other. Enti sa bosia e koso afino. It shouldn't surprise us because we should have known from the budget say that is the only way out. And Luntino, by the end of the year, you'll be free 76 to about 83% in terms of debt to GDP.
Bebacho, Mammy, Nami Admaya Wada Iraq no Ferrata Beko Parliament, I call media budget review. And no, and now. Now, Boye Kakra. Sa 83 debt to GDP 83.this%. Ebi mukase Japan in nam 200 and something. Waiting nam ha. Yemshe debt to GDP no. Ain't found the kodra. Chesa or mine wa tete apan sama enkoyi. And I say ubetimi enya debt to GDP ratio of about 200. Now so be our Japadia nomni ade and say or reserves wo dua. Entimi hawadwene boy honum kakra because no na akoye ade ase parties ni me no etwene diarrhea na magana for adwuma ye he eno asese say
right entimi mini party for ni sinchen wo Ghana ni a otie mi a wo kageti anase wo asafo ti de me be chem
ana wo makola we are on 92.9
excellent ana wo makola now you can't get to GDP fanese wo bosomi akatua anase the value of Nyoma Oyina, the Anukosi. And Tiamfan say, Sika bound some a base 100 cities. Now you said debt, and a car into debt home, a cow, dear, out of 100 cities never bound some. Yamfan say, a tra base 65%. The children is 100 no, would you move 65 Netiaka? Enti won say wo adwuma mkrampa na say wo pese do salary agi loan your limit be as wagi loan atra on your salary eya ye ma kwan ma won san agi loan bio usually no say the 40% of your salary e wo adwuma magi loan ye san ma kwanya ma won gi bio because ye 40 cities 100 cities ma 60 no one here ho betro the ye kan ba Ghana e de yes say agi 100 cities ye the move say 76 cities and a pia nye ye kanu hunsi ho
and so when interest payment and not even the debt servicing
okay enti budgeting kwa ye kan afin kwa no your revenues are raising and ye the best 49.5 almost 50% interest payment. Azani akope another 41 at compensation. And back to the point, they say, so 100 cities. Now the move say 76 cities, 8 year car. Fanasa would the tia canumpa. The Abe can say, a bit me a tonsio ofie, a bit me a tia bells, a bit me to fuel. And some point of against or so did this quota assassin. That is a simple explanation. And untino. And no money risk is a senka 76 na a day a casem. So 40 never can and 30 never can. See it made the baby man also discover from bread ya a can casa de nan can you problem. But so person here no so and only afraid to be revenue to GDP. And this year that to GDP is 76. The revenue to GDP no a 16.7. Meaning, what else you want to say? Yeah, that to GDP and cost because the revenue are air back from that now you're taking it can't do much. And that to GDP no, and young mama, a bit me 80, but said that to GDP no day and no market be by a team my revenue are best supported there now. Then we are in good terms. But the idea. The revenue to GDP is below 17, and our debt to GDP is beyond 75.
Can we attribute this, sir, the cost mismanagement? Yeah, to 2 years, the bet me the share buying we all to say, or no, Wakojibosiama and Naya Huchli.
Kessben television, our Digibox, and also NFA Kessben 92.9, Kessben 93.2 FM. Enumre Adwenkyere abadwafo na yatena se ewo ofie ene Monten so fellow Ghanaians yema nyina dwo bio. Na brother enumre sane aye nhihye no yesinkonwa ewo Kessben na fidikase so na yema Ghana emu nsensem ne nsem ahodo nyina no me ne wo adwendwe ho. Jumadi edi ede Adwenkyere na Adwenkyere ene sekema me kabia edi ebu man no. Of course, nyada bia na ne obi ka one no be ya adwen ti na wo de ahye otrim se ne wo kire ene ne ono kire no eno ne yeka bom ema Ghana eyo man ba ko na enumre abadafo esinkonwa ewo Kessben Adwenkyere dwumadie so no nsama ye behwe no edoso na emu bi ene se enra adwumafo kubata ewo Ghana nyina ye frɛ omo organized labor na meka nagrat nat CCT4 teufo wom closak fo wom omo ne aban enhyiamu efa akatua ntomo nhyehyɛ hodo ho no ba bi ekogina nyina ne se ohamu jama bupen enan ekosia bupen enso 4% to 7% ena aban apafo ana aban adwumafo ewo se yedema om na meka ya ahyase no omo etuma mpanifo ebeka se enam COVID-19 sunsanso a aba economy no eso nti no na enkaye nto adwumafo akatua mu ema Ghana adwumafo pi omo ekoko ebetua asoro kakra avei organized labor ne aban kosia no ba bi aba begina and it's 4% to 7%. Na eno na aggrieved workers Ghana adwumafo no bi asori se omo mpanimfo omo soma omo se omo ne aban kohyia na onko nhyehyɛ ma omo no enye ne omo kan ye no ena mpanimfo no koye no evi se onne mpanimfo kotena okosi nkonwa na okogitum se 4% a eno no na ekyere se wanwene adwumafo ho ede anyina so na nipa ana organized labor mpanimfo omo ene aban mu mpanimfo kohyia ye tripartite committee fair wages and salary commission ene omo ka ho finance ministry nyina kosi nkonwa no ede na omo ehwe omo ti de nkan aban kan ye ka omo akoma pa ne se aban se economy no emu ayeden enam COVID-19 ti no nanso o hye adwumafo Ghana nyina bo se onye adwumani bi o ya ban adwumani bi adi na ye bebo ama wonti bi nya ban adwumani bi adi ene se adwumafo beti ase na akatua percentage also de ka ho no agina babia omo de esiye no 4 to 7% ho afei ba ko no se emre bi atwa na e obibi a efre no freeze on public sector workers and now say freeze on employment and say na ye de so anatabo ato so se aban adwumamo se obi nwuya yentumi emfo obi foforo enkonkohyem eno nso wutie organized labor mpanifo ekohyia aban na omo se aban eka kire omo se ombazo be freeze public sector employment na akoba se omo awiawie school yentumi mfa omo bio enti eno nso ka ho bi na omo je ne aban eka no etomo afei ebinom ya ba adwumafo omo akwa homgiem ne afre no pension omo na mfie aduosia kwa ewo se omo akwa pension no enka itua omo tier 2 ene omo pension benefit ka so aban de mo omo no ewo se nko omo saka eno so edu ba bia na edile kakra eno so aban hye omo bo se omo gi sa percentage ni sisi omo no aban ye atomo a omo so ekwa homgiem a enya de omo sika ekamu jaye pension yesi no eno nso aban bem na kamunti ebeba fei aban ka bi oso wakra enro di aba na all public sector workers and abandumefo nyina no etimi vaccinate wo mo na bom ho ban e de afi COVID-19 ho sane man nan na empanifo a wo mo ekogina adumefo e wo Ghana man nyina na mu ekwan hihye no wo mo se wo mo egina so wo mo de ne papam no omko kae na adwemboni bia ntachire ndi adwumefo entiase enne wo ye Ghana adwumani se wo ye civil servant so ye teacher se wo ye nurse so ye medical doctor se wo ye adwumani bia wo mse munuanom bia sori agina se wo ne mpanifo no enya adwendie na wonso so san na uhu no eno nti na adwumadie ededi Adwenkyere yene mu nyina ebe kyerɛkyerɛ adwen ewo ho ebredu a WhatsApp line no messages amode aba Yebekin kan mom so be so do Adwenkyere no ba wo de be fa 0551 599 933 0551 599 933 0551 599 933 so eno ye asem kese a ye ne abedafo ebehwe no ebia afei public debt eka ya aban ba obo ene ne nsunsan so edema oman se wohwemu a Every mfiem pimienu ene ngotwe 2008 ya mampani dada akofo eja memwo no ediama mampani Mills no na eka Ghana abo eye 9.5 billion Ghana cedis 9.5 billion na eka Ghana man abo ebra mampani Mills ene mampani Mahama take over na mampani Mahama ntimi ne yanwie 2012 na mampani Mills ntimi ne yanwie 2012 na mampani dada John Dramani Mahama som from 2012 kosi 2016 in the American no say Mills Mahama emisata omuja state no ede ama MPP aban in the person of Nana Adwenkyere Akufo-Addo 2016 no na debt no every 9.5 billion no akodru 122 billion 122 billion and no started as a Free Bank of Ghana and IMF no mo kanka ho eba and South Ghana your public debt stock from 2016 122 eba bedru 2021 as at mayor Akuoko 332.4 billion Ghana cedis 332.4 billion Ghana cedis na ye bisa se aban bia ba obebo besia na ninsunsa so ene say wutie omanpena da John Dramani Mahama na penso with respect to na o chire mu de ntia the 9.5 ekodu 122 no a so de aye infrastructure and aban no eja kato ho edina odi tuansi ho esi ho ene ne kaka ho ene wutie MPP aban nso chire mu omode ma omo se de di nkan eye banking sector cleanup na wasa abanya sika na odi cleaning no nti eno no sika no bebre be 13 billion plus na ekọ ho eno da nchen so a aban dada no besia oboye eho ensi ho a na efi 2016 bedu sabre eno nso so abeka ho ansa na loan nankasa oso otua no eno nso eka ho bi ena ma akwakodusa afa compensation yesika ana katua yedema aban adumefo ana aban apafo eno nso so ade a emu edro ana fe aban infrastructure project ana mpundudwuma hodo aban you with respect to home social intervention policies ni ade nyame adom mampani Mills Mahama misata na wo Ghana ha mampani Akufo-Addo versus Dr. Baumia enso apraisoi na wo Ghana ha baby Ghana ka ejinani yentimem for reflection ewo ye bremu nia omachi ene ni omode aye fampunudwuma ne yasetrem no say ena ye kano issues me no way ena enumre ye nemu nyina esinkodwa ewo Kessben 92.9 Kessben 93.3 FM na live on Kessben television na ye nyina cheche yadwen ewo ho wadwenkyere no unsem no ye 05515999 933 0551599933 your public sector worker ye bisa enafe eka ban ebo ene ni sunsan so de ma omen two issues bi ebetwa mu a ye mosto kakra enya nkra se Kwaku Anyido ho a oya former deputy general secretary for NDC officially party no apam no every party ni mo na statement Johnson Adwenkyere general mosquito dia bana o se ebre ko dru ba bi na obeso oba party no biemu a ose ore apply na party no ahwese ombetimi a consider 90 obeye de friend fresh application so officially Kwaku Anyido ho is not part of NDC na reason omde man say committee no a omoye say omuhia na omatwe na so no omo frɛ no omo ma courier service cry the letter koi okwa na wa site security reasons so oni ho ne ade e the party no betimi aya ne say omo say officially omo ayi ne this is Kwaku Anyido ho neutral person ho kwan so join the party bia non so asemu a ababa no ebia afedra committee the report ekoma interior minister ne na three issues central for the hwehwem kakra aba ene se MCA ho no committee no recommend se nka betumi a ono emfiri ho afedisi police commander ho nso committee recommend se onko transfer and afe victims aye sabi o mabusuafo ahwe onko ene wo mo prepare no so committee no susu se yempata ebusua no na akomato emo emra these are many issues and by na mom ye no we pa na ye ne mu nyina sinkonwa na yahwe yenko organize labor na yenkotie Mr. Yaba near original support here omani aban eka 4 to 7% minimum wage don wasam yentie no
The idea was to explain to our members and the general public why we accepted the outcome of the negotiation. There's so much out there that we have sold off. We wanted workers to understand that the leaders that they have selected to lead them are not people who have been selected to make sure they are shortchanged. No. We went there to negotiate, and we negotiated in good faith. We negotiated for a very long time, held so many meetings. At the end of the day, what we got appears to be unsatisfactory to many of our members. We ourselves were not happy. But the reason we accepted what we got was because government added something that we thought was very valuable.
My mom is about to also na mamene labor expert in the person of Mr. Ben Arthur enin komo kakra na yenhwe baby a abandwumefo ejina ene ho sansem kakra. Mr. Arthur oti enka Kessben FM Sunni Kessben television yamwadwo
Mama so adu Mr. Kenya so Nichia atifu no ma haka and na ku for and man for Kessben number 1 mo about video to na for from ya o man so
Mr. Benata yadasepa yan chance say abiding kan beka se enam COVID-19 so ntino nanka penny bi otu aban fo mo mamje specific ebeka se ono de obetu aban fo se enka mane mfa ketua bia enka aban dwumefo aketua ho afi enam COVID-19 aban dwumefo pi boan so eno achi ene kobai se nkonwasie mrem the organized labor near buying Akuoko Kwarteng. Baby, I could deny say 4 to 7% increment. And they Adwenkyere be sorry said there be paid for almost small woman. Oman can 70 year and far ma omo. Yan Charles say, Osha a buying position with respect to percentage or dema Adwenkyere Obekan say.
You can do the distribution in Umeki statement for percentage about dema. And yet a buying quantity for a couple of changing after the mama.
Okay.
Act of meeting. A couple act of negotiation and your public services joint negotiating committee are a lot of Ministry of Employment is so representative and a Ministry of Finance. Yes, I have organized labor. All the representatives here and a public services for home to me. A bobo in someone a be a better cushion. That's a one matter to me about and only an act of any idea a sabbath on the other.
Okay. The gentleman is specific in say Eda more carry about a ban in the betua. And the Yamra issue this way. Adwenkyere watch any be say penny for negotiate on their behalf. With respect to the percentage, Ebano, Obekan say.
But I think Adwenkyere coming now. And yet, there are movable members of the good now, 4% also. Then, let me know one real negotiation from organized labor point of view. Oh, my idea, because my idea, name or my because now I can see no be any national and take their cup of a better thing. Now, the Public Financial Management Act. 2016 law, no chair, and 2021, big pay no negotiation also have been completed in April 2020. And you know, I'm Masusano, Ubian Bianca 2021, Nanka, the Diana Uncover. This is the time now we are in for 2020. Time no travel because of the COVID. And at 2022, and no one was a very about football. Oh, and you want to the pretty position increment the idea. But organized labor, human have the same, and a bias in about 4%. A woman said it does not meet the definition of labor here. And so let's say a bad man process. My entire intro. My ancestor, we are COVID in private sector workers. You live on more. They are more than 700. Oh, 1,000. Women of God, a lot of them had over almost 37% of business, private businesses, people are free. So now I didn't want to know any of this. If you would be a mixture, no person.
Okay.
A woman and a woman, so would be a mixture, which means that you are banning in telephone one more and
Mizata, I also know a person may specifics, Yansha reasons are modema. Auntie, Bakone say, I buy a jatum, say, Obefa Edumefua, also Faumo, and it's a home freezy public sector employment. I fay only work a beer off. And we are two good reasons. And Bakuye. Pensioner or say about Tuyama, a bedroom for a quahum Jima, na a delay no, or better 2 tier near the no end delay, and for various workers in a vicinity home. What here reasons are by them yet 4 main points here. Ebiso, I was in India, say, Obi a bedroom and you, now bedroom and you, Panny and a boat to me will be. Until no, because I don't hear the negotiating for a bedroom for salary, and nay. I fay pension also. Mra yasisa se obi kwa homjemo o se edema no nti aban ntimi nkase enu nti no ode kwa ko negotiate ave uti argument ni bi nso se o yese aban ntimi fo wo na mpanifo organize labor nkoko mo asem ene o mo wa kira enya mfa o mo ma aban ntimi fo ene ye koka se o mo nso so ye be fa o mo nti ye kwaji we atum o be ka ne say
me dan si be emper sabe ni it's not an act of justice but unfair. With the organized labor, a woman say, you know, you are here. And so, consistency. We say, about that, will be a kind of beer of the highway. And before Cocolabby, DC for Cocolabby, and say, about act of negotiation, but for Castle, you didn't get limited time. The mother makes a person for a protected by COVID and the union is I don't know, a a cheerful a parcel. And our pensions in a moral fee, let's be guided by history. Well, by 2015, Ghana had economic crisis, Kakra, and back in 2015. The honorable in this thing, the only percentage to the count, even through all the negotiations, it was 4%. It was 3% in 20. I mean, the 2021, it was 1% over the 2013 one. As you might not can say because of the 2015 challenges now, a idea, affecting one ethnic because 20% are buying very pain, not reflecting in their pensions. I buy rather give them what they call cost of living allowance. Near cooler, 10% cooler, which did not affect, it didn't increase the base pay, it did not affect their pension. And strategically, instead of accepting a cooler, which will not affect the diet, it's better to take 4%, say there are 4% will reflect in your basic salary. Say there you did that you pension, or do more because they are to now, also, now, there have been bottlenecks in the payment of tiers 2 near this. They have had several issues so that they are organized labor and only some delays near. And they are asserting themselves by going forward. And also, Bomodians will be to me expand. And it is part of emolument. When we talk about the compensation or benefit to a worker, And then you just money pretense. Negotiation can end up as you compare your human for Ghana and report at your fee and a more transfer or more quenching or more. Then now can come up with negotiation. Now, many of my 4 years say, Obi here maybe an except for except national and what cry, the DNS here, minimum wage in Ukraine, a quiet possibility wages, Yeah, so you must look at the need factor. You must also look at the economic factor. It is a Obia or me almost 50,000 Ghana cedis. We must also look at the ability to pay. What are the economic conditions in the country? What are the living standards? What are the disparities in the system? What are the comparisons? Now, a very good time said, a baby to Yasha Bobby, a couple of you could think it is India. And so, don't want to now go into a room. Now, arrears, 10 months arrears. Now, Obama Makonya, redundancy now you can. A real, and my real teacher maybe you was a former in the car said, going forward, I said, good thing to say, the better about my 4 and Edward Warren. But COVID to me, actually, a book at the 4. People all the sectors in one they were secured. It is an act of negotiation. No matter the economic conditions, men coherent is our buying who will be a wood and almost so almost to solve the big challenge. Men your days are protect our water. I think it is a good negotiation, even though the percentage that been there.
Mr. Benata, a labor consultant, Enumre Yadase, Enilbre, Ene Enchimukakra, Odia Maye. Mr. Benata, a labor consultant, and a coding como. Efa a Benjamin for organized labor versus penny for Omuko negotiate 4 to 7%, and a Honsansem. Yabada first in Konyada, Dr. Samuel Free, a senior lecturer at Kumasi Technical University, already seated. Patrick Etua, Kwame Etua, okay. A10 coordinator, Ashanti region, NDC communication team member, already seated. And Patrick Safo Raphael, deputy national test coordinator, MPP communication team member, also at Tenase. Me did the Kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng, the chief executive producer for this show, a queer PSA. Asari Bediako. More comments and Adwenkyere on the 2 issues: debt, and the development. Yehu under the previous government and this current government, and Afei Benjamin for the idea Yaka Honsam Sisia 0551 599 933. Raf, the Makwaba. Nampomi idea.
Minia, Yamini and Waffle.
So be away there. Okay.
Akuoko me jiri se nyame aduma Saturday me de nyame
jiri. We me chance am say about studio. Me say about studio.
Se no de nkoma wo me no.
Ma mema Patrick Nsokwa. Patrick akwaba.
Kada chemi joso.
Na empomi e de.
Asidan na de manyankopon. Se na ya na de bia me ka se asidan ka onyankopon a ona me radi Yesu Kristo so. Edi nkuni mama.
Okay.
Wan kan me.
Amino. Oh, mo inti mama Dr. Samuel Free and Sokwa. Doc akwaba.
Akuoko. Medasi.
Na mpomi e de.
Nyame adumboko na so e.
Ajinkona da Roman. Wodi wo. Yeah. Okay, mama shas here ewo Raf so. Raf, what your labor expert? Agitated labor say omonpeni for no anye good negotiation in the person of Mr. Nobechu. Aggrieved workers say omonpeni for no anye good negotiation to omon come back to drawing table. Na omoni abai ensa anko share bio and what ye ya banso kakra na ono so chire mu say na na abai betumi aya ene ba bi omo nyina akọ kasi ye no e na omo de ese no ma me sha se o
Akuoko didi kan no my fancha kasi e ma ya tiefo a omo tie na enwume ni wono hwe o social media Facebook ni ne ma ya abai and sometimes some commentaries are wrong the mind after the shows. Adansi di echire say e betena Ghana for ene nipa e wo wiase nyina tie hwe yi na me fa ncha kese enso ma menuanom panifo yi ene atitu e na nwumem no obehia yi nche o munyina
na ka uka Dr. Kingsley.
Yes national scholarship secretariat.
Okay, national scholarship secretariat.
In fact I was saying the twam na enu na no kwesi dan hye ne buy ni ntinu ase ye kan ne aka te so kakra ye ne enua owura Kingsley agiman.
Okay,
o ye register ma scholarship secretariat minimum say asanteman ne Ghana fo nyina ne say ne maami ada no benkum so.
Okay,
enyame adoma memene da e be yankasa 31st year wo Asiakwa Presby Park na ye nyina ye kan ensa bom ne akogya owura Kingsley agiman.
Okay,
na ne maami
ma yentia no na ye ma ne yakọ.
In fact Akuoko ma memfa yakọ kese ma me ama busua wada ngoma ase me wofa no ne menuanom ne abusua ne nyina me ama me wofa abusua panyina Akuoko afọkwa minuru na no me da na nkraba e so ada na benkum so me diri se no so yare ho se ma se
ade se memo akwa ye no so at the right time but your topic no so
akatiasem ene sikasem ene odwumayeni akatwia Bible kra na no Bible mu kra Yesu Kristo ne twe ne ka ho asem se odwumayeni bia akatwia wo yi aya na efata no Akuoko me ya ba odwumayeni enti nkomo ayedi ne ha na yi se me kan ye bi ba mfie se man kan ye pa zo me ni pa bebre a omo hwemi omo tie mi an kolini even me yirimpo se me dru fia hwe asem no bia na ntwa yi enti ye kan se no so no necessary me fetchiri mani na me kan yi na matie interviews ahoro ne leadership of the various unions no any the experts no enso ni nyina ye oman ye die ne chichidiem me de da bia metaka sa asem we se obia ni obeso na opa bedware no obete polish no obegunguto ana so obegunkun no be se mekoya adwuma ma aban na ebedu anwumre na ne mane ne yire no na abusua bebo ne prom na hwe ni ho eno na ma me ko tu se adwuma ni bia katua esen na ye chichire oman pempenso mre bia ne de esie enti we na no negotiation table aban adwuma yefo ene Ghana aban ekotranse ye na na wo kasa na wo kan reasons ahoro ampanifo ye ekotranse de ma ye ne wire omugiri se percentage aban propose ye no omugitum so we need workers no edin koma wo hwe omo expectations and say they no mo pay free aban ho na ko mo pay almost about 10% and the proposal aban here 4 to 7% that I think that agreed proposal aban gidi say you betimi atua o man mbo enyina no. In the midst of all discussions here now discussion here yentimi ma yere free pempen so aye man ya bedru the whole the year of 2020 Ghana ni bia wote kroma anim the global effect yale bia effect of COVID-19 in the history of the world no yale bia ni wa ba ni hunsunsanso ni hu no megiri se betimi de ato ye nyina wo COVID-19 ana se na no yale e ba ya as we speak. We are the economies of several countries. We are the economy in break it down. Me tell you so example say a whole country like South Africa. One of the reasons why the whole of last week now part of South Africa treja to big shopping malls kwine mine japade enye zoom anko a edine kotom nti a woni oman ma no edin koma okom ne ahokere ne abrabomu edin ankasa ka ho enti ewiase as we speak ama ho robebri asen de na no na Ghana mampanyine kasa na motu a ne yetum the year 2020 ni nyina na ya na motu a ye de bo oman ma no ho ban because to na Adwenkyere for no ogidi se trauma Ghana fo nyina ewu a yenti akofa nipa abande ntimi nye na emom ye wie ne pese agekere oman de ye betimi agekere the whole of the year 2020 me ya ban adwuma ni that was the year Ghana adwumayefo tenafie more than almost getting to a year. Ye adwumayefo e Ghana ha ye tenafie because of COVID lockdown ne munsem ye tenafie to the sense ye tifie so ne agi akatua. Okay. Me kai dodo the whole the year of 2020. Minuanuma teacher for ahoro from class 1 KG to universities. Who had the number of public sector workers? Or the teacher for one example. Teacher for a child the whole of the year 2020. Men kai do a school. Na yet if you na gonna buying echiayenka. menya so obi call bank one day na sika ni wana so call ye no Ghana bank ka che ne say enam yade na abanti munya adwuma nti no musika ma che mu ana ase mate so yete groma ya antibi aban kan sisi so generate revenue kwa fa so de me de menya so say metima go into the details ye dia katua e de kosi sempemben so e de beduru o ma ho ros na akuro ho ros so a because of COVID-19 ti nyuma sempo abeye problem yeni mama ho ro so aban adwuma yefo mpo yeyi binu adi because aban gide sababi aduro no ene yentimi employ a lot private sector no mpo kura de enye Ghana nko is not limited to Ghana elsewhere ma ho ro so nyina no nipa o ya ankrankro ne ankrankro bi fa o ma adwuma nyina nyuma bebra abo o mo enti ni nyina ye yale COVID-19 no ba Ghana ha de in the midst of COVID, abaya kanisia susu ni etu sa na mo we nyina. Na aban say, adrum pempen so say man ye to aso. Nti ye betra se ni aka katua ho sensem. So wotie reasons are aban gina so ana o kenkan ni ha say no nti no. Ye be maintain the proposal Ghana by ameki say no. Magia to musa memfa job freeze. Still, you be so off nipa because ye akwa enu nyina nipa ewie school for nurses, nipa ewie school for teaching. Ye ntimi nsa nye backlog emegu abontin aban for nipa ba agya to me say megu so off Ghana for mo be adwuma wa man adwuma yi. Enu nti no monti ase na kakra me propose no monyintum. I think say it was reasonable. Another reason I buy go to is a pension. Yatra kroma at a point in time na Ghana adwuma for pension. Dia ya pa ni say adwuma ni wabo akokora na wabo aberewa. Sa abere no ne yagitum say yare ahoro ba nipa so. Sa abere ni mu na se wanya ban a obetimi dia ne yade atwa usika no ntentu kakra ma mbode ho yale a na je say wo kwa samado no. Nti Ghana ban say mo pension nso no ma fa to me ho so say me make sure say beba ntentem na mo ho atomo. I think another reason is vaccination. Ebi no mo gidi say ebi a teachers mpo ehia say e di vaccination ye argument. Akuoko metaka sa asem we say as we speak with the new yale COVID-19 the esi mo edin pa na aba no. Untimi nka say teacher for nye frontline workers. Because teacher ni won nkra bebe 60 and 51 in classroom. Na obia free ni fie eba school. Now catch them the teacher ni won onye frontline worker on nurse ni difference bi wo mu a megidi say na one Ghana ban anya adwi nti aban say vaccination ye be treat Ghanaian workers teachers as critical as say almost so hia pa nti almost so no ye be wo mo pania na vaccination how do nya de abo ho ban. These are reasons megidi say to asumu ye pa ban betimi agina so e dey negotiation with the Ghanaian people because of I think that sasem we die asem aban be gina so de apa adwumayefo chewa enu nti Ghana ban egina so obi be ka so obi a wonu afo adwuma ogidi se ese wodi we gina so obi be brushing sem ni bia to aguba me gidi se these issues are so critical essentially very important yenu anu adwumayefo no gidi se so muti Akuoko, this is what I want to see emra ye wo mu enye mrepa Santi ase no yesa se Ghana ni dwuma ni bia agitum se mre we nyamrepa and se Ghana hia me no mienu pa sa abre we pa na nipa wo ye Ghana hia se yen so ye bekum ye ho kakra bi na ye de ama Ghana na ye gide se ye do no me de you know the politics of some of these conversations remember because me Ghana dwuma ma kira there for many years ametaka say at a point in time ye move we kra there na yale mai na COVID bia mai nanso ye wadwumayefo ana bia otimi kira de mfie miensa bia bosome miensa na atua ka bosome miensa na yale bia mai but this is the time where nyina agitum sa yale we so se de sitie no ye ntimi mfa ntoto hwe ho aban se me ho akere me enti ye recover nti no monte mase na me mientu anamo ni mfa kire o my Ghana and I think say ye mpese be ye ni kuntan adesrede na Ghana my person ye adwumayefo e to omanim na omoti ase ne ka bom agitated
workers no eka omo nim se COVID ho but omo fee say omo mpanifo ekoe no nanka omo betimi ama percentage no abasoro kakra than say beka say between 4 to 7% visa say ohwe omo akatua with respect to Zebia Alpha will be to say 1,000 now omo percentage 4 to be a 7% ya omo hu decide to say bisika fia bi and idea kan omo
Akuoko hwe Ghana adwumayefo aban hyehyɛ ya wode chichire o man menya so say adwumayefo ye firim ma menya ne sei ye di nkomo we nyina aban hyehye pa bi a Ghana adwumayefo emma ene wona busua benya so mfa so obi te say bi a free SHS. I can say in the midst of COVID, still aban hyehye pa bi te say free SHS ekoso. In the midst of yekas COVID that be napco over 100,000 na aka first bi anko mo tifie no guso ye adwuma. In the midst of COVID, so omo teacher training, nursing training, omo gi allowances. Aban be guso atua. In the midst of COVID, first no nanke bia yete enka kane ani hon ke bia ya so generator, but then aban di sika hye san hye we nyina enwa make sure say sa niema Ghana ni bia benya so mfaso no. Eguso ye adwuma Akuoko mabusa sa asem oba mamusa ya. Enti Ghana for pa mum ye nwene se anka COVID ba ye na anka bia free SHS ni ho teacher training allowance ni ho dumso kuyen unemployed graduate association so sa na mu e na men kan se bia na nka NDC na wo ho a ya no ayes example no. But as we speak, because on another Akuoko Kwarteng MPP nti san hye we nyina be adwuma ma aban adwumayefo anya so mfaso. I am not saying say 4 to 7% no me gidi say enum pempenso a omope na so yenye ntum say apart from say aban ma omo sa percentage no osade hye efofro ebe boa omo de akushin wo omo a ebe mo omo asetena mu atimi atodin kakra. This is an appeal am di twa to he
ma obetwa to ma Mr. my last question. People are comparing 4 to 7%, to the increment that was done on the salaries of Article 71 holders. Now, utie agitated workers now. Baby, I'm more jina pan say in normal times, and I say yeah, 4 to 6%, and now 4 to 7%. And you bet me the idea. Now, Osha a Article 71, a be MPs, and now be a ministers, a be from be away to certain percentage of mono fees or mere calculation no senka ya more 4 to 7 there. I senka almost so ya you almost have because you in normal times. Over can say now did the can also no mabo particle. Oh me jiri say omo make this argument no so entiase wo mu pa. Hwe Article 71 holders there's a committee omo transe eji sa nhye ne tum Professor Ntiamwa committee. Yes, and I a certain number nipa kuo bi omo kabom said ye workers no so akatua asem we oni pa omo transe eji tum Akuoko one way you cry committee na eji Article 71 holders no etum no onu omo transe pa ye omo ka tro say ye wo this time ntina de omo jitum obia eputu up an argument to convince the committee why they deserve that amount. And ya her situation e dia wo mu no e dia twetwa obi ade so. Ejina ma workers no say no omo leadership no say argument omo de koy negotiation ne dia na they think say 4 to 7% no and committee ma better. Come metie the leader of press conference bi na ye voice. Yes. Minya sure say obetimi atan the members now to the extent say on the negotiation table looking at the prevailing situation in this country. Now, Ojidi say be an abatu be depending on negotiations are obey the amane members. Now, what by any park or say betty and workers. I go through Tambia, and never be me and my leaders so at the money for baby. An appeal and I'm making the same. Me didn't say yeah, quite anymore. Abayin say baby and my teacher for I was here to me say be good aquamwa and my teacher for depending on akatuasem to survive. Maybe where the issues of housing schemes very critical. I said throughout the history of this country, about who Robi Nina say because Ajuma ye Obia ni swadi hu ne said that me call retirement na me tifie na me nia hoden na ya de bomia de pa na me de betena wiase. Enu ti na ba say edu akatua asem se a na adwumayefo nyina ani abere no because already obenya say no obedi o de behwe ne ma no de bi asiesie na chi apedan bi asi na na aje okọ ahomegie mu ane ho ankyere no mesre aban say moma yemfa yen hyehye papa ebetia ma da acha setena ma Ghana adwumayefo no NCP with respect to housing schemes. I think that Ghana as a country we have failed. And I mean, what about the various unions?
For example, say me a teacher, any classroom teacher. The unions how run NAGRAT, CCTV no how run, CCT no how run.
CCTGH.
Okay.
Coalition of Concerned Teachers Ghana. CCTGH.
The various associations I any belong to no. And the pa shebe pa na mekai CCT for sometimes ago ka some person mo tons asem mo workers. Ekoya asem. Almost members. At a point in time, I think one of these teacher unions. And the best said the various unions are most of the deals in Yama share on share pa meeting a compelling government a buying no meeting a that. And I think another opinion is say the various unions and also groups no a buying between a more betting logistics and teaching learning materials and Acadia everything a boama juma for productivity level input and I say juma yeno ebetimi ama di mpuntuo ebidi abre aban no aban de bema omo. I think these are issues emma adwuma for ye adwuma mo fa reho nya adwuma nti ade sɛ am de be say o sa nima we mi no logistics and teaching learning materials any that sitting with respect to housing Ghana adwuma for benya free that say aban ho and I say kuawro a these are very critical. We need to
Mr. Ralph Safo Patrick.
Raphael.
Okay, me fire sinin so.
Raphael Patrick.
Okay.
Safo.
Mr. Raphael Safo Patrick. MPP communication team member, Deputy National Test Coordinator, Mr. Patrick Safo Raphael. Okay. And Mote Nenkano. My friend, I do a video to a high Kessben 92.9, Tibo More and Crampotemo Yamamacho, and 93.3, and also Kumase, and live on Kessben television. And you some of you know the Adreho, Apa 4, and now by Dream 4, Akachu and Tumushisha, and Dream 4, not just say, I'm penny for and can be a more tea, almost an penny, a buying Koshebio. Na omunka hunsam yewia na yahwe besi aban bobo bone ensuso so ewo edema ye manfo efa mpuntio ho ende keka ho apatikatua teen coordinator and your NDC communication team member or studio nchambiti no and Dr. Samuel Free and so ewa. Some of your messages na matwa so good evening team, please why are we not in normal times but the president increased his pay by 79% and civil workers 4%? I don't understand. Francis, Moshi, and Ode, way Ebaye. Because our leaders know how to do some things better. Increasing their own allowances, fast in calculating their own arrears, fast in paying their own arrears, fast in securing loans for their own cars. This is very funny. 4% salary increment. No money. Okay. Announcing the other Abano Robbie, our fashion designer, the Chem so Senior Golda Hotel. National Labor Commission should just exercise patient because NDC government destroy all the good things the MPP government has built 8 years ago. Regards to Safo Patrick. Ralph Oseo Mwajo. Francis Ewo and Yinem. Also, we are not in normal times, but look at salary increment. These Article 71 holders have for themselves. President 79, Minister 57%, Deputy Ministers, MPs, Cabinet 53%, and Article 71 holders. What is good for the goose is also good for the gander. They always put fear in us because of loan. There's no Delta virus. It's easily okay, but Delta variant in the no crescent COVID-19 no the to message no mamenske ponamen twaso. The president is saying teachers are frontline workers. Did he give teachers tax-free as he did to nurses? Teachers will vote massively against this MPP government come 2024 because he has failed us 100%. Chief Akenten Akrodie for region. President Nanadro has allowed former President John Dramani Mahama to collect 4 brand new cars for every 4 years as emoluments, taking 9,000 Ghana cedis as house allowance. Why? And the president asking Ghanaians to tighten our belt. President, you must take a critical look at emoluments to former presidents. Victor Ohine Ewo Obuase. Also, thanks to Kessben Media for such a wonderful program. My brother, I'm a teacher at one of the primary schools in Obuasi Municipal. My problem is the last 2 years, teachers in the primary and KG were trained on standard-based curriculum, all in the name of raising the standard of teaching and learning in the country. Unfortunately, 2 years now, not even a single textbook has been sent to this primary school to be used. Victor Ohine Jomo Video Primary School, Obuase. Bidieso, okay, sorry. Bidieso Primary School, Obuase, and Oje Nediaba. I'll say, good evening, Honorable. No amount of words can convince us from Mr. Raphael Safo Patrick. In fact, we're in difficult times from Obama, Bibi, Asante, Mampong. Please, is it the same period that Article 71 office holders increase their salaries or when? Salifo, Ewo, Kadelso, Ana Kadelso, okay. And Obisa. As Honorable, former President Mohammed and NDC government used about $180 million to construct just one interchange, whilst Nanado and MPP used almost the same amount to construct 3 interchanges. Now, Mahama and Nanado, who is good manager of the economy? Ola Aguna and Ode we teacher constitution we have say Akuoko NDC has stacked who Kwaku Nyudo who. In fact, NDC will never come to power. I know very soon they will sack former President Mahama and other people too. I beg Nanado to add a little bit percentage to the 4% increment for us, because teachers and other workers deserve better. Greetings to Chairman Adwenkyere Kwapia and Raphael Safo Patrick, incoming Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer. Oh, okay, Ralph is contesting, eh? Okay, and yeah, we show the best of luck, eh? Say Ralph Oba, Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer, and say Ralph, yeah, we show the best of luck. You know the Digimon Hanti Empire and say number boy. Na wakuma swadi no abemo. Good evening, Akuoko. Successful government in Ghana have since taken Ghanaians for granted. It is quite unfortunate our laws hail such bad practices. If not, why these corrupt leaders walking free? They lie to Ghanaians with impunity. Monies mean for infrastructure projects always go down to the drain. No proper checks, yet people are being paid for such. Yet we keep borrowing. If you look at the amount of money borrowed and the work done, Ghana is bleeding. All right. Pakwesi ewotakwa. And ote we so eba ye pa ya dase aipe wasisriwa osi our recalcitrant attitude as Ghanaians has led us to this Delta variant. God have mercy on us. Kokwenyu the whole sack from NDC. I say. Okay, my regards to Nana Safo Kantanka esisriwa hine ose MPP no size azonto Western North seshi ahonkwa ena ode abazonto yadase se ohwedwumadie ose Akuoko. My name is Baroski Saudi and Makai on Timamin Kamfofro. Hi, good evening, honorable members. I'm so disappointed in this government policies. 4% for workers, and how many percentage was given to the Article 71 holders? Greetings to Wahima Esther from Afugoso. God protect you all. Good work done. Nana Bufa ewa afumim and na oshe Nana Bufa mwa afumim nyina edamose. Organized labor should spare us all the explanations. How can you accept 4% increment? Some workers are taking as little as 20 Ghana. So what increment are they talking about? Okay, this one is having no name. I'll say, good evening, Akuoko. How can the government increase public sector workers' salary for only 4%, which is also taxable? I'm an MPP electoral area coordinator, but I want to assure Nanado and MPP government that they are preparing the way for NDC government like that. Can the president says they won't increase ministers in MMDC salaries? If they like, they should keep on with what they are doing. And we'll go to opposition. Roya, our time. MPP polling station coordinator. Amotre Abdallah from Efidras, you want to stay in power for the next 4 years. But the way Nanado has started this second term will jeopardize things. We teachers trusted him, but now he has made us lose hope in him. 4% for what? In fact, it's a disgrace to us. Hi, good evening. I must say the TUC executive who met the government on the percentage have willfully let public sector workers down. Charles Ewo Edra and Ode Aba exactly 9 o'clock. Yabasa babio na the modia babiano. Yakenkai Ewo studio ha amamo. Okay, 9-1. our studios of Kessben. Patrick Akwaba.
Adachi.
Na Bobiade.
Mjoso.
Patrick Kwame Etua, NDC Communication Team. Patrick Mamintio. Adwenkyere akatua honsensem.
Akuoko edi kama menda wase. Na menchia mpenimfo akesifo mienu a mno mashia studio hase. Me am lecturer. Ene me am nwa panyi pato our regional youth organizer of the MPP. Na menchia wa ankasa wote adwam. Se nyamisha ona se lecture to sabungu so se pato to na se wote Akuoko anu manage se asidan kwa na de Christ.
Amen.
And it's your concern. Senior asambe na aba. Asama aba ne se afie twemu ana mampanyina Akufuado hide behind COVID. Na obeka kire se onto aketuam. Ne busa se aden no se o COVID abanti onto aketuam. Adwumayefo ete ase. O man te ase okra eja meji ni minibi wana no holding eno mu yedi. Nti afidie no mu hwe ani mu se mampanyina di behim. Nkoti ayese watum 4%. Na mitie nkomo na awudi na ase mo man ayese leadership of the groups in ekwaje 4% tum. Entisa da because omu ni tumi bia na medika ka ase meji ni minibi obi ani ho a de ne ho odin meji eni minibi ho na ne ho odin enya no kreda ase listening to you coming any perception some of the testers na by getting
it's not about the testers.
I say leadership of the various group not na dey kwaju 4% entisa ya ban na so 4% omo dey handicap no be
but my more voice in the tier agitated workers.
That's all with the number. Can you see? It is a group. Within the group, some people are
mobile coalition. And all of us have embarked on a very important no retreat, no surrender action against the leadership of labor unions in Ghana who do not serve the collective interests of Ghanaian workers but their interests. Our message to the heads of all labor unions this morning is simple. We are telling them, Dr. Anthony Yauba, who is the chairman of TUC and the Secretary General of CLOSAC, Bamford Addo, our message to them this morning is this. The leadership of TUC and organized labor headed by Dr. Tony Ba and Bamford Addo of CLOSAC, who represented the labor unions in Ghana at the tripartite committee meeting, who signed the approved 4% salary increment for public sector workers, should kindly go back, I repeat, should kindly go back to the tripartite committee meeting for renegotiation.
Okay, the Namotis Okasa Nobetu aggrieved workers and Namotis Okas, yes.
And the point I want to make is that Papaya Okase, ne baby or then attack Nekon Waira. If you say Nini company for now or attack woman, they have no hands in this. A company bien wa or Bakako negotiating for salary increment or Bakako negotiating for 4%. No, but Ukoyano, you make your case. Abayana or tell 4% remittance. Also, they have nothing to do. And their politics in Oye, for all you may know, or I to be one of the leaders of those groups, and to whom say it's an opportunity to hit them. But I'm speaking to Omo Muti and their man here then say Omo no Mudin Kumoy intellectuals. So they will be able to cogitate carefully and make their own conclusions. Please, and I know credit them leadership the 4%. And Abayana or tell Kunyasi and also make 4%. So don't shift the blame to your leadership.
4 to 7%.
Please, Abakra Mama Satia implemented 4%. Now you're trying a very reflective pay slip. It's not 4 to 7%. 4%. Now, and come on, and no one here unless somebody can clear no free or say leadership. I am Penina Kufuado so 4%. Now, I didn't think I casa. Me call school no, me may finance, Mr. D entrepreneurship and finance. I said I'm quiet banking and finance. Until at least I have a pass in finance, in economics. Minimum say so yeah by say at least I have a pass in I have a pass in economics. Say oh yeah by na say to
Ralph Kasano or I'm the manager submission but
and at least I have a pass in economics. Minimum say so yeah by na say to aketua ma the inflation figure na pay. What as yet to grow hey. Yenim said the name of Bosi Costro. no crane yamia ni munuko dwom na ko wese de ne masi koso na hwe aban bukum inflation 9% na ene ne bra because obia odidwa bia nim say so okoto niam no this week na what we mo abekọ no na ebi abeda so and the abeda so so nya 20 pesos 30 pesos ebi wo ha 5 cities ebi wo ha 10 cities ya sha afia si ontimi nkoto niam this week next week we be kwa yampa bi nka ho. That is the reality on grounds and the margin ya litum nya 7% ni 8% na omo chochoro say and the inflation no. But even if that is anything to go say wo to aketuam wanya de kra no de wankasa wo decisions de amount about inflation fa no to aketuam because inflation is 9%. Now we talk to your man. What they find say who break even with workers into talk to 9%. But ultimately talk to below inflation rate 4%, and you don't expect labor to keep quiet. I don't know the entire this uncle way. President Mahama, they be yet compare President Mahama because on know and I'm moving to throwing na da na yakoto abamamu. President Mahama na mobile super no in 2013 or to 12%. In 2014 or to 11%. Meka aketua in 2015 or to 10%. 2016 quite to about 280 or to 12.5%. This is the record of President John Dramani Mahama na. Most of you incompetent, And so when you claim competence, so who they are competent. Near to abama not competent for mutu aketua 4%. Ayamamo. Obi amuso are incompetent, 2016 cry fina ya to abetiam etiano oto aketuam 12.5%. The minimum President Mama to aketuam was 10%, and that was 2015. Yes. And only minimum cry President Mama. Now what? Ono amuso ya incompetent the minimum cry 10%. In fact the highest 12.5%. Na say wo awoso na competent. Ukoto aketuam 4%. Nipa na osori ahomache koto abetia 12.5%. Say John Mahama nye and next, who's the 4% that also can anuntum? Obi a teacher ni, or the catch your mama is incompetent. The woman now is incompetent, and we're talking to 12.5%. We're going to bet Yano, 12.5% to Misa. And now that's why I also now you're competent, Oh, got our man, want to move 4%. One can anuntum because that's with the MPPT. So the labor unions, any Ghana for a church for a teacher for a friend, and nurse for a doctor, they have every right to speak because I didn't ready a busy though. Just say, none in the mass and we can say, Sabrina, year 2 a year, my faculty 4% below inflation rate. Now, I'm paying to need 79%. Sabrina, my penny kufado, what to need 79%. What 20 ministers 57%. What 2 appointees, MDCs, NICI was all 1,900, so 50 at the 71 orders fund, 53%. Now, Omar Bakwa team. Edu yan a teacher for so they are COVID and the problem about. But the do woman penya yamaka. Ama fear team. Ya to atalia show. A to animal di. A to be ma no ma. Untofu na se kwa obufu ya ukodwali wiem am ye 15,000 pounds. Edu so a na no dia COVID na yira. No what to work to 79%. What kind of government is this? And so obi bufu of former or the bufu. And to some committee any recommendation the President Akufo-Addo no. And I catch you almost say COVID in tea. Munya media 4%. And Kenya ye. Tell me about some penny. Yeah, we have to 79%. And I'm penny Akufo-Addo can say, me too akutum a teacher for teacher nya otu kutokum kata atwa be ye den dunto pu ahuro mampe hia boatin krom a wo se donko hono mu a wo kira de no sa teacher ni no me too na kutum 4% a odi bibia enye yiye because if you last year better this year my mouth typical example na how ene ma bo akosoro en chance e de border so me ka commodity a obia tobi alozink November me koto obi 4.6. Just last month yeah I'm koto on 6.1 and I'm on for here. Look at the difference from 4.6 to 6.1. And if papa na hotel class one na o kira de no ne da bia o si a person ko oboso November want me anto en chance this time look at from 4.6 to 6.2 alozink one packet. And look at the margin over more than 20% na beka hu now we tuna ke tem na 4% e did that time Mr. Nisot President Akufo-Addo should come out with an apology letter no be pagana my phone na to ko di o matem ene keja I say musimo pede amonye sa percentage no sa na chiro sa musimo packet ani monye anuti akatuana mampanya kufado de ba ene de Ghana adwumayefo so mu na enye chena ye so mu na enye say there's no way we can accept this kind of increment. I don't want to even hear it. Me take up na me agitate too much. Because these are people who claim competence. I want him. They blame say okay.
Maybe so asem kakra. In 2016, when there was no COVID, former President Mahama increased public sector by 10%. 2016. There were all kind of
12.5%.
There were all kind. Also
2015.
2015, maybe 2015 and COVID in the one. Now 10. Maybe example. Now 10%. And the argument Abaya Yen say, "Uko country which is the US, UK." Other countries grow mujino manaswa. Say be omhoni e kwesere bibano. Omo public sector workers be ready. Am omo kofi. But the nay abandon ne naso say abandon fontenem. And this 2015 kura na COVID in the hono 10%. Now say with this COVID era, aban so betimi am between 4 to 7%. FAB. Aban nya de.
There's no excuse for COVID. I want na me ban. Masa asam to ye no abedwa to ame. Matam sika me dem abetuma bon ho bra. Now this can no koto ayampia na beka chem se ho akire wa. Unya kohwini. COVID na ba ye no. Ghana ban ankoje $100 million wa IMF. Ye de den. $100 million. Nya Ghana cedis o. Oba efe na asa be bie fund say ye me contribute to yenye la sulala. And you know, I Sika, Ebremo, Masoli, Apostolic Church, 70,000 Ghana cedis, Church of Pentecost, 1.2 billion old Ghana cedis, among others. And so, you know, I buy one of the catcher, one hour account, and I'll buy now 44 million Ghana cedis. Oh, yeah, stabilization fund, also call you 200 million. COVID now, all the excuse to make us know. Upon all this money, sir, about some. Within the COVID period, no. Usa beso beka che Ghana for say, Bibia say it is a Bibia you the because of COVID. What kind of managers are you? Upon all this money, $100 million, 200 million Ghana cedis, 44 million Ghana cedis, even airport to Krampo charges are not more Joe. Mama make catches around $150 million. Senior, nobody was saying no. Sir, $100 million no. So you know. 20 Ghana, 200 Ghana cedi note. Now, Pakigu at the creator, say free. A bit what was also Saku Kono at the water photo at the creator, but my mamma massa from you to Kono. Says Kano, most of the within COVID. I don't see the only excuse to be again. Yet that's really near Kawas, we almost say COVID, be almost COVID. COVID, Mamma, and Mamma Sabacatre, so COVID at the kind of 17 billion by Ghana cities. Mona Becatre. And I can't I 122 billion. I'm in 4 years. And to take COVID in the film.
Next topic.
Yes, but related. And okay. So the point I want to make is that there's no excuse for COVID because these are people who claim competence. Amasa, not about me 170 questions. Send this in answer. Some questions not set here. People anyway. What's it? Unim economists. We economic messiah. What are 170 questions? They say this in answer. Oh, better now. Kunyasu na untimin to ake terminal kwaka. What's the COVID? Master, I had to say wakobo ball. No bobo na wi ani show. Nebu sa say dan ya osu oh. Me player ba kuna mubui. Na me captain cry yale wa mobi. Na ye di red card in India. Those excuses obi accept to because President Mahama na dey opet. Any sen ka dum so no. But we all know the challenges. Dum so de buy. The economic challenges here moving. Dumso was consistent. So they offer Dumso for about 3 years. The economic impact on this country. That's how they compare COVID. I'm not sure the COVID debate not to Dumso.
Kessben.
I don't think President Mahama faced that challenge. But in the midst of all those challenges, President Mahama was developing this country. He was building schools, Osi school dying, Osi hospitals, Osi Bibia. Upon doing so, any global economic challenges need now know. President Mahama was so incompetent. You know, all those periods. No talk at 12.5%. No talk at 11%. No say hospitals, Osi schools. Osi school dying, Osi hospital. Unya share just what dying crowd Osi be. We are not have a catch as a COVID into aketio. What kind of government is this? And we see Abawe onion to a fairly Ghana for. Now the other man ye ya Saudi Abanwe Hunkoma, the man ye ya pa and say, Uwe anymore, he knew MBP Abanwe. I had to say Timaka, Udi anymore. udi achire hu udi nchemu ehu udi nchemu aseso ehu chese ya hu enima ya hunu hwe uni timaka achi da so udi timaka achi a oyam hyehyɛ osa usa onkwadi animu so oyam hyehyɛ so udi nchemu so achi ni tia eba begu so sa ya ba we aye but oni medema no si
but is it not odd say over compare Dumso with COVID because COVID is a natural disaster and Dumso is a human error.
No, in other case, no.
Because also COVID, in other case, also Dumso Muninano, also Dumso Muninano. Former President Mahama, a date me to me fuck at 12.5%. And I may Kai will say COVID no. My dear, any pan at the buy. We are hungry and but Dumso was only restricted. Ghana
no,
and the COVID no so say. And now America hako Jessica. Omo hutro. Nti omu nyabi mau. Oko US or UK say. Oko ha say no. Dumso de hankwana na wanti at least hombe bua ombe nyabi abo.
The issue is that you have heard the economic impact on our economy. Yeah, the young crew must have near come. Example now, Mama America, the other must have America. Ye can't Ghana sem. And you share the economic impact in your economy. So, and the year can was them. This how they compare. Now the name you no tunes and that is where you will see heavy economic impact. But in the midst of that, you know, obey me managing it we're seeing massive development day by day. Obi there, what be beyond or minus a yarn, say, who shall know was the COVID. That is MPP for you. That is the point I want to make. And President Mahama, in the midst of all those challenges, he was delivering. Every me know be can't be. Me peer na munza say na amount for practice. Unim. Obeso how bad this economy is. Obet my assess. Say one kasa bet my personal assessment. Unim kwa fasa be. Ofa ofun na ho. No akọ ofun book. Nipa na wa store so. No why imagine say ebia when your emergency open nipa be 5 from send 100 Ghana cedis. So you are going to your contact. Hon I want to say Ghana your maya enkoye kura mo say what to am boni mu pa me say o hwe ofun book nu so a you number no mo say akoso amansa na wa ka ne problem wo bobo say ya manu no obon problem wo be hwe ofun book ni mu sa obi 100 cedis keka wo pe o bet ma hwe udi na be si 300 hwe makwa be uni obi no say 100 cedis and to stop person who so man we enya pa person who o boni a wuti mu a any economy apeza kufa do manager e simple Ode say wutie mi atry say wo ye ode say wo fa say wo ni problem bi but ode wo practice bi ofun book mu sesi ai first one no say wo penipa 5 almost 100 Ghana cedis emergency ato na wo fa book nu ma be si 3 esa akosoro oh please o kasada mo ha o fa mo a wo be the kind of country say wo na ablabon koyi a amanfo so e into person who the reflection na so person who the reflection na obi anipa 100 na wo ofun book na wo fa mo akosi 3 na nya ba kokora mama 100 Ghana cedis a wo ya sure say for mama wa e show the kind of economy a wutim and this is o man dey enkoye bibia say ya na
magic analysis bi o ha and depending na mfua o for instance say madam for ne wo Patrick and madam for ne Raf na Michelle Fumbuku na me frama. Some of you can send me 1,000 plus.
Oh,
it is me 104 me ba o me 104 it is me cameraman. Na onu no nya bi mame a. Ana onu no benya onu no nya batom bamba. Onu no nya 1,000 na. Eno ncha say economy.
No.
Me ma typical because it depend so there it depend what done for
Makacho say I have a pass
but what me point na say
yes but
it depend what done for
I understand where you're coming
because
from
because what done for Ibrahim Mahama
oh
me example
Nanya Akufo-Addo for president Akufo-Addo yes
let's be fair what done for Ibrahim Mahama oh yeah that cement me example what done for former president Mahama and now done for ne obi ti say Sedun Keti
na any person no man for no
o dey me example and now for I mean NDC regional chairman and Akwasi. May example.
I never want to me.
Oh, Debbie. Sir Patrick and Subetia found to me. Patrick Adam for Nanado.
How me too.
Oh, yes, I am engineering. Did the facts of a far from a French chairman to me? Or bet me I send it 2,000 Patrick. You know, it tells you, say, chairman, you been there, but Patrick bet me a far down phobia. On also send it for Ibrahim Ziziana. Ibrahim send it. Can we say economy? And I say,
medical cultures have a pass in economy. To every rules or to every law, there are exceptions. And Tasma making it is not generalized to everybody, but you look at the majority. Fagana for the draw more HCCA. Ah, the ocean CCA and I would team CCA. Practice this on your phone where a simple practice. Take it set when you're emergency. Ufumbu kumupe nipa 5% 100 Ghana cedis. You will see the kind of economy out team. Oh no, you see, there. So many of us do 1 million.
It depends on the friendship.
And the friendship, Nasa would mate you. Adeku. Any underling. Omunya po. Yeah, Adeku mano. Yeah, Sam na making. More than money they mitamase. So we work out here. When you ever send 100 million, 50 million. But yeah, Adeku mano. Then you can say, Intimua mutasemino. Yeah, Adeku mano. Mudie, yes, assessment is the who economy outing. You go through your phone book from head to toe. 100 Ghana cedi when you been said to me, a show a how na manet, no, Ode Midimanuzino. Work out yasin. So be fair to yourself. Within the last 3-4 years now, look at the number of people within a week on Busa 20 Ghana. Ode be fair to yourself. Ode wa utie me anasa wo hwe manwumre. No, we are assessing how bad Ghana's economy is. Any side dem go for be sell mine.
I know na make catch say a relative.
No, Ode
me for instance. Me fifi eba officer metikam. Okay. Me ko fia metikam. Obi anhia me amisa bibia.
Obi anfra ofun so musa.
Me justify say
ana otrimo den pa.
Ana hochira da me ye fair.
Obi anfra ofun so musa.
Me ye fair to you. Say me fifi eba adwuma na me ko fie.
Enya personal so sha o. Omo mo profun so nyina aka ho.
Ko fa question na me so me ya. Na so obi amisa me hwea. I won't be able to say ne ho kire na ne ho kire because when you access to me and will be some.
Okay.
I am making a relative.
I have not doubted that too, but okay. I am making a general idea say one kasa transfer on assessment. Now we say within the last 2-3 years. Also ali anopa enipa e fra obusa 20 Ghana man 100 Ghana and 50 Ghana. Look at the number of people who are calling you demanding 30 Ghana cedis. The kind of people they are. Nyo obi asebi omu modern abrabo mu nipa bia na nka just do mama time ni ade a omutimi gina eye ofie omutimi ye say ena sankofo na begging for 20 cities 30 cities it tells you the kind of economy we are living in enu ti se betra na eka amamu we say na esi tete pansam na say de Ghana zi say fa mama ye kwan ne nka nkyere omo because abaya ye kotu ye eja omachinchim ye nsafa enu ti say ya antoa so anka nkyere omo a ye wa about 3.5 years ansa na mama boni we ya film Ghana ni bia wo hwe me ni de otie minim say 2024 am before beko but say be ya 2024 ni e beduru ho ama ye yi sankofo ya free ekon me ano ne asem enu ta de bia betra ha me kon tintin na me kasa say be ya won bibi o mo be ya o be ya me ho atoyen say de be ya ho betoyen Akuoko makasa so we na mesa ka biom say sa amamu boni we ya ekosuwe say otimi tramu fie nwotwe 2024 December near to better kufado who deserve certificate and the same amount certificate of survivor Ghana ni bia by the close of 2024 now tiase say amount certificate of survivor what ma trauma mo boni we ma survive ya now obi ade boni dem tapanya kufado kwa e certificate no obi ade aboni dem wo kai anu won say ebra bi ba ya mampani bi betena Ghana so ma ye fa ho kyerem no ahohiahiam onyame nam ye so de mama beje ye na da ye nkai dum anu ti se de oman ye se de tempansam se de oman sinye ene kokokuafo ko nu kofa ba unyo ma ne nto bibia ye basa ne de betena ha Akuoko mo ye kwan ne enka manfo nsem ma ho mo unim ohwe 79% amampani de to na ketu mu na enya yawo wasa backdate no wa hwe mami chechirem tama pesa kufa de be fa akonwa no ena obo ministers ni appointees me de we niwi wan kire o salary o mbaji o ena o gi previous administrators no salary previous administration ni salary ena o setting committee we o committee no setting in 2018 and I'm the report in about 2020 till and to the whole of 4 years President Kufa the ministers they work without knowing their condition of service and to say increment to here by no omuti free mo ade no omo gina dia kaso nya ye back dey take 2017 I said training in am what kind of country is this? How can the minister of state work without knowing his condition of service? How can the president work without knowing his condition of service? And after working for 4 years you are not determining your condition of service and because of that look at the areas I president no I think that 29 Ghana cedis and you dey go for the 7 Ghana cedis so it means that uti free mass areas no from 2017 you dey try the amano because in reality they chance say sana na say ko je ne am fa amano ento omo a ministers na omo je 10,000 15,000 ya ade no say but see am 25,000 all the difference will be calculated within the last 4 years that's how 20 nyina ade am ni nyina omo say what kind of country is this? How can the whole president work without knowing his condition of service? Who go ya eduma o ba bia wo ba Kessben ya fa nche o say wo so me so a wo ba ji say ya Ghana ha President Akufo-Addo ministers are here adwuma without knowing the condition of service. Omunim omaya wie no 4 years time and omako determine omo backdate 4 years. And what kind of country is this? Anuti asema ya kan say omaya ne de say ya negusu say ya bom pa ya say to dan po Nyankopon sane mehwe. Ba se Nyankopon ama ne ekọ ne say ya dia. Akuoko ebeyedin.
Well, his name is Patrick Kwame Tia, NDC 10 coordinator and NDC communication team member. Okay. I'll say, remember the best form of development is development of the human resource, which comes through education, which Nana is giving. I'm really disappointed. Okay. Oh, all right. Please, let's think about Ghana and stop politics. I don't know why Ghana, everything, we politicize it. So you mean NDC can change Ghana by my friend come again? Oh, NDC propaganda pa. Why are you compelling Dumso to COVID? Dumso was human error, as the host rightly stated, and COVID is natural disaster. The best pay increment is an insult to the public sector workers. We have to all stand and kick against it. Boache Ewa Drobo and Odeaba. Lord of State to anymore say Akuoko, please tell Patrick Atuya that he should not provoke us. We are serious as a country. He has forgotten that the former President Mahama, under his watch, frees public sector employment with a so-called IMF. Some teachers want to teach for 3 years and he paid them only 3 months salary. We are all monitoring, okay? I'm really disappointed in the communicator. Sadly, the analogies are not plausible. With all this shouting and propaganda, you are doing so because your personal, okay. Very, 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 I'm enjoying the program. All right, Kojo, I think, sir, a message, you know, why I edited it. I'll say good evening to you all. Please tell MPP speakers that they should stop doing politics and talk against this 4%. It's even an insult to workers. This one Fedi Biama. Akuoko, is better you bring what? Okay. Well, that's your opinion and you are entitled to it. Let me progress. Good evening to you all, please. Tell Rafael that I'm sure he's not 100% fit. Looking at the way he's fumbling with the submission, so-called Article 71 holders are enjoying in every aspect of Nash. Okay, Nash, Nyakrum, and Ode, Rafa, Nyare, Nehoye. I said the NDC guy is so brilliant, and for the phone book thing, he said, majority of the people in Ghana are having that problem. Kojo Boache, Bremai, okay. Please, in fact, government hasn't increased public sector salary doesn't mean that NDC is better than MPP. Former President Mahama never recruited nurses, teachers, soldiers, and many more. So those monies were there to make increment. NDC doesn't come nowhere near MPP government. NDC never paid teacher training allowance, but MPP paid. NDC didn't introduce free senior high school, but MPP introduced free senior high school. Patrick shouldn't compare NDC with MPP at all. Roya from Time. How is that Time? Okay. I don't know. This government should do needful and stop using COVID-19 as an excuse. Charles Ewadra and Ode about MPP government. All MPs and MPPs will defend government because they enjoy the allowance. They have good increment. They just giving a lot of excuses. They should keep on cheating us like that. God is watching. Okay, Louise from Sefia Kontomra and Ode Nedie Ebai. Also honorable, please read this message. Hey, I got your message here. It's actually my producer. I print to let me do my best and see what I can do. Good evening, honorable. Let me make this clear, especially to your panelists who talk about teachers staying home for the whole of 2020. That's a fallacy. It's not true. The fact is, teachers were made to stay home after declaration from President on 15th of March 2020, not because they wanted to, but because of pandemic. No teacher, no government thought of coming. To continue, in June, teachers in junior high school were made to report to school to see final year students through till they write their BCE. Teachers in junior high school were again asked to continue their work. Okay, I think the explanation is noted. So, I mean, that's maybe I'm the best here, I don't know. I come here sure so atmosphere. I'm a teacher. I could see from Domahin Crow and a regular listener to your program. If the MPP man is saying the economy is not smooth and the teacher salary should not be increased, why should parliamentarians increase their ex gratia from 4 billion to 6 billion? At least the 2 billion arrears in the okay. Good evening, Mr. Host. Look at how our union leaders have led teachers to go for tier 2 when you go on retirement. Let's drive our discussion to the tier 2 lump sum beneficiaries. Okay. But how the ban out to Diaka home. MPP no size Azonto afforestation for 4 years ago, no increment. Please, we need increment. Azonto Western of and Oje Aba. Please, Akuoko tell another to develop Ghana well. We are suffering. Akoto Van from Bebieni and Oje Nidia. So now, please, I'm MPP member. 2019 outgoing TESCON organizer at Akuoko Training College, but I conclude that Mr. Tia Patrick is on point. The government should do something about the 4%. Daniel, A.K. Bongoman, Manso Kwabenanso. Okay. Point of correction. Aluzink is 700 Ghana. Patrick, okay,
6.2.
Okay, Obisa point of
700 Ghana.
Obisa 700. Independent star crowd. I'm saying Obiani. Honorable, good evening. Please ask Raphael for me. What is the MPP government doing about MPs who took double salaries? Sami Tuga Ewantonso. Member Rafa, Mama Neya no. I support you, Pa. You are telling the truth. God bless you, Patrick. Good evening to you all. Even KK is 3 Ghana. So imagine you have 5 children. Okay. Okay. Hi, good evening to you, all people inside Dawa number 2. In fact, this 4% of the salary increment cannot help workers. Nanado and his government should prepare well from Samir J inside Dawa number 2. I'm saying Wakra there. Okay, last one now, my bar doctor. So I say good evening, this is not news. Koku and you don't even left the party da. So why you are spelling him now? No, Abuache Ewajamase. Hey, doc, you're politicians, no, by Inti Okakra. Okay.
Na meda watifo ne ahwefo so ase. And production team. Na Raphael ne etua. Misalotu mu nyina. Media wa wonitia se ejagana adwendwen. Ene nioma yekoso. Bansa na meba so no me hwe mechia honorable Kakari Echamfo DC Efija Kwabre North Boama. Say Ashanti region DC is him so ne di kan about performance the whole Ghana so toso miensa nti mechia no pa na machia Eric Dua any ya boachi assistant PR of Ejoso NHIS about COVID and organized labor the akosuya we share enyuma I'm looking at the private sector about 42,000 elusu on my job COVID time na eba ejuma so a say like affected or my private sector was 4,311 into Shemwa the COVID has a lot of impact your economy ama and in Ghana nkwano yenyina mansan nyina COVID has brought the economy and other countries to their needs. Inti ama most of the government tries to say yebema economy no ababak. And the government has as a shishaya yenyina say the economy is coming back. World Bank projected said by before the year on next year and crown will be 4.8 or so percent. The economy will be expanded in that direction. Inti ebasana some fans say okay private sector nipa be 42,000 lose some job. Oba government set tax so say bia juma is maintained. Na ban negotiations of salary organized labor now comprises a lot of different groups of workers. the teachers womb, so industrial workers will be our womb. Into a broader kind of workers. Tiriane from organized labor. Into a basana, omoni abayan kushia na. Said they were intending to have 10%. Because I learned say initially the government even made a freeze on increment of salary. But later I was withdraw that statement because I'm for complaining about that. And about say 4%, you know. Then some people are saying say the in the sense that it's maybe a public worker into me so about 10% but the issue is if you want someone to sacrifice, you have to live by example. Maybe problem because I believe that Ghanaian worker be 4% or 2% will not be a problem. But I'm basing on the committee reports nearby. That Article 71 said, it always will create a problem for all of us.
Okay.
And so, man, for you can say, does not mean say, just our package ni. Because we say, they be on a bar. It's a constitutional thing. Near microphobic percentage. Now later, no, will be a social. Now, would you win? If you are buying an answer, but a committee, because any committee be 4 years, you have another committee to also look at it. Then I buy so because be workers, maybe I may pay 10%, 15%, or some 10%. That's how fast until we look at that Article 71, always this kind of conflict will be coming. And a COVID time. And to me, I believe that we could have done something about that Article 71, BB. Say, what's a report number? But BB, then a statement will come say we are all sacrificing. And TBA, there is a statement from the government. And TBA even say 70% and 50%, you are slashing by 25%. Or which say, in Tebasana, you are sacrificing. In Tebama, worker knows what I say, me pay 10%, so what am I 4% there, Mr. Bejatu. And a Ghanaian worker now, no, there's a lot of pressure. These are the facts on the ground. Prices are increasing day in and day out. Because the cement has been increased to, I think, 52 or so. Yes, 52. And Ralph was saying something, and very, very important. Say, I increment in the beba. Now, be a worker not per se or see ne danke to a beer. And that's where the government should look at that area. A buying intimate sit dying and maubia. It's not even the government job. So won't to be but also to be massa input in raw materials in ever form. Be taxes free so and I said, no man bet me a facility. Make cry maybe because now no full increase to. And Yoma Air Kosro, everything is going up all because COVID and other world economies here they can find. But we should not put a lot of pressure. The Ghanaian worker, that 4% transportation could be a year free. Until the worker will not feel that increment. And it's not most of them are trying to because air cost, school fees, way, transportation, fuel price, automatic adjustment, now cost. The Ghanaian worker is feeling the heat. And the heat is everywhere. And the government, say, or massy, they accept that 4% in that kind of, you can say, empathize, then the government should also moderate their package so that you bit me accommodate. And then I complain baby can you.
Okay.
And when a little bit kakra because one you careful so now kasaswa ubeka setia Ghanaian worker no but also because situation will be a rent yetum worker no hard yetum full staff yetum all the necessary requirements and people say buying so bet me blame more buying baby. You know you blame more buying baby because they say now
obusu ani bi kra wa be kire na ka wonya investment bi inflow so say maybe all direct first na we are send news ka ni na maybe omo so mo te pressure ana ban so bosia na o first dey bi anka e ba no ni nyina so maybe enti ya the same people ya na obelevie enti esa na the two sides, the citizen and the leaders, the government, and you know yan hwe hawa ye betimi moderate your expenditure bi amehu say o aban no is sacrifice, and based on that a Ghanaian worker was a sacrifice, and that is what yenina yemomodin
yan reasons are organized labor and they accept is 4 to 7% with respect to yenyu obiadi obi abena kwa na juma yen freeze employment onu bia ono so risk or pe kwa ba adwuma no ono so ye be fa no and 2ti delay no so e be hwe to an term and e be vicinity all workers se be ya covid no e betimi abomo ban TUC says that mo na convince wo mo gitum organized labor say and na convince mo gitum ai be gina ba bia gina yi o ya Benjamin o be hu o kan say
Akuoko muka covid ni dia they say your COVID levy.
Okay.
Yes, the government has levy. It's still na levy na yeji. Na say levy no ye the tone na say the day. You know, so the government levy of COVID, you know, what is the purpose? Into be you say be in the vicinity. I don't dey me be to be na say tax that levy, you know, is being collected. And you know the many organized labor nya dwen wo sa area ho and about pension schemes wa emra also buying this and about the CNU obi dia. I think the organized labor should have given us data to support the argument to say a be a nipa 30,000 will be employed, and if these people are going to be employed there, then but if the government says obey nipa do saying that the government is telling us obey employee, that will convince the organized labor say, oh, yeah, well, if you are buying nipa 50,000 for the next 3 years. Because of that, say that is what you, the organized labor, no, you should measure are buying agreements of nipa. If at the end of the day are buying say uniska, then you are being deceived for being say you are assured of say you nipa. On saying you pay in free, maybe it can be right because COVID time I don't think say a public sector be that one is fair enough. Indeed, all these 4 issues, and I think one could have been more convincing than the rest. Because Uba say I don't so one for data and prove your argument will not stand. And that is what I have a problem with that. For me, I think one is the only thing that can be convincing because even COVID time, you be ready.
Well, producer signal me say yen share we topic we inquire message ba mo so run to na ya share some of your messages na ya to so say Dr. God richly bless you. I really like your opinion. Thank you very much. Kofi Amufa Wenti Berlin House. And a coffee, a share coffee. Only more Berlin House in Yano Yadamose. Lord of 72 of one was say admission fee for senior high school is 1,200 plus school fees for one student at okay. Mahama time is now free. So what are they talking about? Nanado is performing better. Good evening, Honorable Akuoko. I'm enjoying your program. Keep it up. Jane Ewo Kokobriko and our day Abba. Also, please, Honorable, answer to you for me. Which of the former President Mahama is coming to save Ghanaians? Is it the one who does 3 months instead of 3 years? We work for 3 years and he paid us 3 months salaries. We teachers are wise up. Etua shouldn't provoke us. Sam Tuga. Ewo and Tonso. I'll say good evening to you all. Please, I'm Kodria Thomas, watching you from Bana. So them people call this increment shame unto them. Okay? This is not MPP's government. 4% of salary increment is an insult to all workers. Adams, Kofi, Ewo Bebieni. I say, Akuoko, can you please ask Patrick for me why former President Mahama was voted out of power? If former President Mahama was performing to the best interest of Ghanaians, they wouldn't have voted against them. Patrick should know that this we are not in normal times. Roya and Ode Abba Aipe Ewa Sisirewa or say I put the message in the bar, but I share content in here. Didn't be about no about fashion. Teachers are dying in Ghana politicians are enjoying. So I please tell them to work on things. Kojo watch it. I will bring my and Ode Ebaye. I say please read my message. Oh, some bekai. Good evening. Politicians increase their salaries about 50% and government workers' salaries 4%. See the MPP defending the government. Take note, 4 years will come. AB. I never take. Okay. When you compare two president debts from 9.5 to 122, Nanado has moved to 322. The difference is too high. In fact, Ghana is dying and the MPP. Government should do something about it. Francis Ewo Dunkwao. I say Ghanaian leaders are always thinking about COVID-19, but yet they will increase their salaries. We are too addicted with politics. I have Kenya say Prince and Ode we free about Sibabi Ola headquarters. Okay. Good evening. I'm disappointed in TUC and Labor Union or organized labor. If they are saying they don't have hand in the 4%, then they should allow public sector workers to go on industrial strike. Kendako Ewo Bremai. Good evening, sir. The man on your show is saying things are hard. So 4 to 7% given to public workers. Tell him I'm completely disappointed in him. Okay. Michael, watching us all the way. Ewo Takra Day. I say, Nata Day Etiden. I say, MPP, I'm gradually getting disappointed in them. They should work on things. Mary, Ewo Techimai, and Oshe, I say hi. The NDC party cannot come to power again. Anado all the way. Okay, Techiman, Zamabodi, you know, Sindin, ordinary president. Okay, ordinary president inside Techimai House line. I like the name. Ordinary president. President, ordinary. Anyway, good evening, Akuoko. Ralph should give us a break. Junior high school teachers returns to school to teach. Then the final year students, and afterwards, the Form 2 came in. So we never stay at home. The government should do something about the increment because it's too small for us. Why are you being selective with the message? Jobaf, yes, I'm being selective because I read the content before reading it to the listeners. But my advice goes to MPP party. They should not take any party's members who or reject from his or her parties to their party. If they have sacked Okwenyi, the whole fine. MPP should not accept him. Nanenchi Obuase and Ode Nede Abba. Honorable, good evening. Please ask Ralph for me. What is the MPP government doing about MPs who took double salaries? Oh, took us a message. You Abba Makai. And I was saying also, okay. I mean for 2 minutes. And Kanka Kranami Samra or Musubio. I mean call SMS no so. I say we teachers have nothing to say now, but God will judge these politicians. Francis Esamanke say the 4% increment is too small. Okay. AB Ewo Aguna, I'll say good evening. I'm enjoying the show. AB Edas say we want Fedibia so let's move on. I'll say I love this NDC man. May God bless him. He's a future president. We are waiting for 2024. The elephant to go to bush. And so I'm Fedibia and Kahon. I'll say please sir, I'm enjoying the program, okay? Yeah, that's the say we enjoy. Akuoko, I'm watching you live. Akosi Shoka, Achim Takrase. Okay, Akosi, yeah, that's say. I'll say a friend or Hafish, Mamponte, okay. And I then Hafsa. All right, Hafsa, yeah, that's say. Good evening, but also good evening. I'm Adade from Kasua. I'm watching you all the way there. Okay. And I thank you very much. Bossu, I'm Fred from Sampa. The NDC guy is talking too much. Oh. But when they were in power, we saw what they did. Okay. Sampa for Yadamasipa for watching this show. Good evening. I'm Dantu Ichen. It's my name. These politicians, they always increase yes and give us more. We know them. Okay. I'll say, I want to ask MPP man, what is the percentage of tax deduction on public sector workers? Men know Asante Achim and Obisa question. Incompetent Nana Rodanko Akufo-Addo and incompetent MPP, we shall see. Okay, so we subri Sonkwanta Junction and now de aba Asari Bay trader. I say good evening, Mr. Host. Okay, Asari Bay, yeah, that's say. I say I'm Frank, a Jare head teacher, Jachi DA Primary School. Good evening, I'm Sir Mas from Jache, but some trade. The government should come again. All right, Sir Mas, dear, no. I say Akuoko, you are doing a great job. Tell the government that we will not accept the 4% to Erikwaku Noku Mankesim and Osho Jumatie. Buankra Inland Port. So far, how far? Okay, baby, sir, once a today. Eddie Amao, Ransford Adjumai Mensa, Kajeji Sene East. Or say, I'm enjoying the program. Okay, Ransford Yanshia Dase. Kwajo smile like in Tampon off. Or say, good work, Jan Kwabana. Kwajo Yanshia Dase pa. Edible 4 Charles. Okay, Charles Share, Charles Yamwa Ocho. Abdul Gafiro Osman Ewajura. It's a great submission by our standard. Incoming regional youth organizer Raf. Kudos. Akasima enkro na edimedie no Raf mamintio over 4 na me 2 amado next year pon
kai 2 amado me me use ne sa
okay okra 3
encha me mama na na mampo na regional women organizer na me na na se e wo ne support awro de ma yemu bi Akuoko se do tell me na utifie na utie NDC for no mo kasapa na hwe minu abrantie o kasa wie tietia mu wie no we no asaso se dim onu amu esae ne sere se onu atu anya kokodro o kasa
obede be hu se osere abo ne ho abaso
dabi metia se bra masere
bacho meba
no me sere
meba mbama obede be hu se osere abo ne ho abaso se ne okai no nani age bacho make a point na
o de me kere do temi na wutie wo mu a o kasa ti Joma Hama parent ye penti no sere ase o medi Ghana so me ehunu bi da ya na Joma Hama ti se o de azumi impose de wo mu ne yesi anya Joma Hama mom ni the alternative amoneba yeti krom ha common chalk mpo Joma Hama and providing in this country from 2012 to 2016 oh my God near the sumuto teacher and nursing training allowance Joma Hama time near chem Joma Hama na atua ebona
former president
Joma Hama atua ebeso painting said ye nim die o wiase ne ehunu bi da mampanya da Joma Hama ne yase o yire nya de onko da se yase o yire nya e de onko da se Ghana mpo yase ne ya protect ya Joma Hama ne yeri da so
former president Mahama
the title
is very important
o se Akuoko so
mbacho yama me
and some people are na share bufuo
Ona bo so former president
so Akuoko me jitum respectfully me fie ofri me fie ankama ni
bacho yentos
respectfully o kinka messages na manfo ka Akuoko anyi do ho ene eho asem mesre atua asem he eho asi Akuoko anyi do ho ono na in 2016 elections 2016 election Akuoko anyi do ho the comfortable lead when akatua dia man wo betra unzu ho fa Akuoko anyi do ho toto abrabo ho na su ho ochira and this is not where dying for party come na say do ayi Akuoko in 2008 me mature there since 2001 so pra ban bi I was say Ghana teacher for ne edi ni bone pa de NDC first no na teacher for ne to kan to a waiver sa to yeta kora ne ade ba ye na for time ye man ye waiver na ye dia import to kan ne yi Joma Hama ne NDC time ye twam Joma Hama time na NDC time ene twa sa waiver nim to the extent the teacher need to make sure dem fie miensa ne atua ne kabo so miensa teacher for Ghana teacher ni ya post na wa kira dem fie miensa no na mfie miensa ka tua ni ya tia to agu na Joma Hama atua bo so miensa ye tenam e ma buy society Akuoko this is our position as a government ahobrasiem the NPP we concede say we are say din Ghana ye din. And it's not the making of the president. Who said in another MPP from 2017? Esha Mamu Yasi, Eden Shebi to the free SHS, 1 district, 1 ambulance, 1 constituency, 1 ambulance, 1 factory. Yeah, teacher trade allowance, what here, Dumsa, best say you may or solve. Now, Ogusu or Conanimano, carry by. mint me metran kasa ahomaso mu nkase Ghana ye and a President Kufuado tata Ghana adwumayefo enti adesrede ene eguso ade ma Ghana adwumayefo se emra iwumi Ghana mampanyin na Adwenkyere Kufuado ene aban se this is what we intend to offer the edema muni ahobrasiem na yebekọ so ade aban hyehyɛ ti se free se se bema mo manu akọ school kwa aban hyehyɛ betima mo nya kane agyina so mde mo adwuma aban hyehyɛ bema mo ma ebekọ nursing training no betu omo ka ni nyina no ebema Ghana adwumayeni no abrabo ho aton de me ne doctor ya adwene ne say article 71 holders akatua na de abufuo beba at a point in time nyina ntra ho ne enwe ho man enye ne sa afibia ana mfie na bia ne akọ decide they make a very permanent solution bia ebema Ghana ni bia ho aton moving forward.
Patrick, Ajay, Mamintio, Raf, Medas, Raf, South Patrick, Medas, Patrick, Ajay, Mamintio also.
Akuoko, se COVID aba. Nese de muking, COVID ama ho chiraba. Ese mampenyi live by example. You see, and common yedi no. As MP for now, wajo so omunti. Yes, see. Sabre ye imprempren, okapini beka se imprempren ya. Mode COVID, mona mo se COVID ase bibia no. Mampenyi tuna ko 79%, and omunti ana. Anna mo kan chance onyai. Or to the ministers dem 57%. Enti komana wudi no teacher ni bia o hwe sisi ana o tiesi. Wo ka hwe on tiase o. Adwenkyere. Because ade na wo say ahokyere aba, COVID de ahokyere aba ampa sebi o mu ye nipa ntu o mu on tiase no. Wo mampanyini na wo ye president no. O tu aketu mu 79%. O tu ministers dem 57%. O say backdate no. Atua aria se ka mu nyina 4 years oji na se ya me ni anya dia ka betua we yire ne mampanyin ayi Dr. Bamya yire ka ya me ni anya dia soli ankasa ka wo se betua mu ka enti woni ama wo ye no ense enkyere se oman na ahokyere ho bibia ni wo mampanyin Kufuado wo ya ebe wo gina kire a wo be hu se oman na ahokyere ho se ba de a ebe no mampanyin Kufuado na ankasa ho ene na ministers ho dia na COVID impact na yira. Say ade na eba no say ye ne yira ketua na eba betua ho de COVID impact ni wo say ye wiem no okodwale na watua £15,000 per hour eno de COVID aketua ma ho but the bad dey about the welfare of Ghanaians Ghana for aketua Ghana for arrears na say ye defense technical university teachers doc mu call striking omu sha am someone to scan amamu omboma no ho ba keke say munko edu ho no the same reason COVID aba nti esremu monti ase na omo ti ase na omo sa be kire ye mana de se dru ade ye Ghana fo ho de a ho de na COVID no apaja ni mu ba se ekodru omo ho de ma unim MPP fo bebrebe President Mahama wo so panon President Mahama enyenyenye kura na ba ye kurom ha se ya upon all the challenges we saw development mu ene na maye wa ha omo building me ba omo dan ya mububu o central market dan ya mububu ye enfie miensa nie a mubu omo building ni bu ye 2% kura mu si mudi mlika betu ma me mo 18 mu ha a mudi mlika betu o mo se mo ba be si dwa e ko enfie miensa ni 2% kura mu si mi wa do mama na wo so pa no wo sika je tia am me ma me mo nya mu erem eti
Medase Patrick Medase Mbajo gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Mamintie doctor. Mbajo, mujina mo time so. Mamintie doctor finally na ya fed me dey nemre. Mbajo Patrick Medase. Hello. Gentlemen, Mamintie Dr. Kakra. Can we hello Mbajo, gentlemen, Mbajo, what me idea mama can play. Mbajo, what me idea ama me can play. Mbajo me damasi. Doctor, they already try to talk ra into
organized labor. I think say sometimes so one thing I was in and say na about negotiations are if you have na part it be certain skills I'm not doubting but we learned something from UTAC that mostly they use people who have expertise to handle some of these things. A part of almost any involved in some of these things. Never peaceful.
We are done with the program. Thank you very much. Dr. Samuel Free, senior lecturer, Kumasi Technical University. Patrick Kwame Chia, a 10 coordinator, Ashanti Regional, he's NDC communication team member. Patrick Safo Raphael, Deputy National TESCON coordinator, NPP communication team member. The show, as usual, is produced by Akuoko PSA Asarbedia. Comedy in the Kwabena, Akuoko Kwarteng. Adwenkyere media benada nimrebia bo no wachiko si nontua. Asia ewo Kessben 92.9 Accra, Kessben 93.3 FM Kumasi, and live on Kessben television. Eba munyina good night. Justice K edenum and ebetua. So crew members Tobra Jana Kamrechi ne Mabante FFN friend say Abante kama okay. Yeda munyina se omubua ma edwumadi ebremu. Jumadi aketse Justice K edenum and etuam. So bia hwe bia no yeda mose good night.